King J, back with another video. Today we're going to talk about the version 1.3.2 patch. Now, this patch is basically just to fix everything that was going wrong with the game. Or do I say everything? Nah, because there's still some new stuff that I'm going to show you at the end of this video. But some of the stuff like rage arts and, you know, people being able to move while the rage art is in that kind of freeze frame, they've fixed that. Apparently tornado attacks, so like usually when you do wall combos, the tornado attack doesn't splat them on the wall. It kind of makes them do this tornado, and it's like they're off access off of the wall. So they fixed that, and then they fixed some other stuff. So I wanted to talk about Azucena's backdash. So Azucena's backdash, as you can see here, she can't move. Yeah, so it's a bit tricky. I don't know why that happened, but yeah, she cannot move. They fixed that apparently, so yeah, and hopefully the backdash goes back to normal. So they said due to the animation data changes, backdash distance was shorter than expected, so this was reverted to its version 1.2.1 state. So yeah, that's great. I'm happy that they've got that changed. Also as well, there was something where Eddy can heat dash when you don't even attack the opponent. I don't know how that even works. So it says the ability to activate heat dash despite whiffing at specific in specific circumstances has been corrected. The behavior of an opponent when heat dash was activated under certain circumstances and deviated from expectations has been corrected. So that's changed as well. And it says Eddy's dash and backdash. The input window has been adjusted to mitigate the occurrence of unintended dashes and backdashes. So I don't know what that really necessarily means, because I haven't really seen a problem with Eddy's backdash. Let me have a look, if I'm being completely honest. The key thing I wanted to talk about is Azucena's running free too. Seems pretty cool. I don't really see, like, there might be stuff that I don't know about, but his dash forward seems to like make him run though, even though I'm pressing forward twice. I'm not even holding it, I literally just tap forward. So yeah, yeah, I don't really see any issues in my opinion. But the move that I want to talk about the most, that everyone's like, oh yeah, Azucena's been nerfed again, is the running free too. This move, to me, I play the character, and I'm going to make this very clear, because there's a lot of people that when I stream, they don't understand why I play this character. I play this character because she is like an easy win button. Like, don't get me wrong, I might lose with this character, but I play the character not knowing like proper combos or anything like that. I literally just do running free too, and it's a very, very cheap move. Like, I don't necessarily main this character. I might pick this character for Evo Japan, but that's about it. So with running free 2, the issue lies is that people cannot punish the move. Let me try and see if I can show you this. So look, people cannot punish the move if, let me just set it to not set, so they can't get up off the floor. Not set, okay. Okay, still blocking. Take this off. Okay. So usually she will just hover in the air like this, right? She just hovers in the air and she goes quite far, right? So what they're saying from these patch notes, if we have a look, it says, as a countermeasure against this attack, we initially implemented balancing adjustments in version 1.3.1 with assumption of evading sideways and then counter-attacking. However, due to the current difficulty of executing counter-attacks, we have made the following additional adjustments. The recovery frames have been increased by 5 frames. The forward movement distance after the end of the attack duration has been reduced. So like, yeah, so now when you land, this is gonna be like you've got 5 more frames to recover, and they've reduced the distance. Now, I know people are gonna be like, oh yeah, that's a great change, Azucena's being nerfed, and it's like, I don't think so, man. Like, it's a good, that's how the move should have been, in my opinion. Like, the move should have been that way. But there's still other problems. still 10 damage, right? And it's still +5. Like, I think this move, most of the time, if you look at like, you know, the top players, Ulsan and everyone else that plays this character, all you have to do is realign. The problem is the chip damage. That's the problem, the chip damage and the plus, it being +5 and chip damage as well. This character is a very fast character. So I could set you up for like, you know, if you wanted to try and jab or do something, boom, you know, there's, you know, down forward 1. Like, she has those different tools to kind of set up her offense. +5, down back, you know, I could do like down back 4. People could be like, oh yeah, but that's 90. No, it don't matter. Because you're going to be scared that I'm going to do running 3-2 again. So you're going to be either trying to sidestep or you're going to be trying to throw out something, right? If you're trying to throw out something, I have to hit you with this. Okay, it's -3, but it doesn't matter. Like, you know, I could even do, you know, down back 3 if I wanted to. Not down back 3-4, down back 3. Then I put you into a mix because I'm +4. Like, I think if you really want to nerf this move, in my opinion, the best way to nerf this move is by changing this running 3-2, the plus, to be maybe like +3. I think being +3 was cool, and tone down the chip. Do you know, tone down the chip completely, because it doesn't need to be 10. I think that's a lot, because this move is so fast, you could just abuse it, right? And then you've got chip damage, and it's not good to see this move at high level being rinsed by like professional players. You know, there's a couple more changes I would say that needs to be done, but there's one that I want you lot to think about, right? Dragunov. This character is absolutely absurd, like ridiculously good. Like, if we're talking about chip damage and stuff like that, why is this 14? Like, just think about it. 14 damage, right? If I do running 2, 5. If I do this, 14. You're eventually going to want to duck, because this is a high, right? A homing high move. You're going to think, okay, let me duck this. But then, bam, you got to deal with this. Then I might just do running 2 again, right? Like, look at the damage, man. It's just... chip damage is crazy. You do 3 of those, look at your health. And not to mention that this guy can delete your recoverable health. Like, we didn't forget about that. Like, this is just crazy. So, and then think about it, yeah? You're in rage. No, sorry, let's do a heat. It turns into 16 damage. That turns into 9 damage. Right? And this is the problem, like, instead of looking at the things that are gonna cause problems, we're looking at like Azucena's running 3-2. That's not the problem. We have a bunch of moves here that I'm gonna even just throw out. Even like King's forward 2. Like, King shouldn't even have Gigas's charge, the armor charge. He doesn't need it. He doesn't need this. He doesn't need this. You know, he doesn't have no counter hit low property from doing this. And he gets a safe follow-up. Like, he takes there's no risk in this. Like, and I want people to understand, it's not me just wanting to complain about the game. It's like, have a look at these tools. They're really overpowered. Like, okay, if I absorb something, then I get the hit guaranteed. Right? If I don't, I could just throw this out and I'm only -9. It's not really much risk at all. And then if we even talk about like, am I gonna get the key charge? There we go. 55 damage, right? 55 damage. Like, for what? And this move is only -13 on block. Like, if you're gonna give that much damage, you should. I would say you either make this launch, so it's a big risk, a big read, or you kind of change the damage. Like, the damage doesn't need to be that high. Make it -14. It doesn't even need to be -13. The low is quick. No one is seeing this low, and then you got shove. Like, so you got mid and the low And not to mention the character has annoying mids. I could just keep doing this. Like, just not making any sense. But all in all, patch notes are going to be out on, I think it's the 16th of April. It's not in time for the first part of the Tekken World Tour, which is quite interesting to me, because I'm thinking if it's not ready for the first part of the Tekken World Tour, and then the other stuff, like I've listed here, is a problem, then what's going to happen? So, you know? All right, now we have to take a look at the other stuff. So now you can see the Tekken World Tour website is here. And it's got everything going on. But there's some other issues. So like, if you look here, look, this is Evo Japan. So this is, I'm going to Evo Japan. So I'm going to have to deal with all of this stuff that is unbalanced in the game. I thought things was going to be fixed by now, but evidently not. So yeah. Then we have Electric Clash 2024, which is April the 20th, right? I think there's some dojos that are actually going to be starting before this patch, which is quite interesting to me, because we're going to be having some serious problems with other things in the game. So yeah, I wanted to view the tournament overviews. Let's have a look at it. So there's not like any links to show where, let me just even get out of this. There's not any links to show like how to even sign up to these tournaments as well. So I think the website's not even ready. But yeah. All right, so along with the changes that I've said, there's probably some other bug fixes that need to be done. But I want you to check this one out, because this is another stage glitch or stage hazard that is causing problems. So as you can see, the king is waking up and doing while standing 4, and the jack is spiking them down for the stage to change color effects. Usually it changes like purple, and then you could break the ground. He's spiked him down on the ground 4 times so far, right? Now it's changed, which is weird. Why did it get to that stage where it changed? Like, is it because he was enraged? Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it changed near around the rage time. So that was 5 times. And this is interesting to me because I didn't know much about this until recent, and I was like, this is crazy. But then there's been times when I've tried to hit them through the ground and things does not work. I've tried to do like a whiff punish and I've hit them into the ground and then nothing happens. Like, if you watch my streams, you've probably seen me get nuts about it, because I'm like, what's going on? Like, the game isn't working as intended. So, you know, I hope that these things get changed. I hope they get fixed. Obviously, we got the hotfix, which is cool. I don't think the game is in a good state for Evo Japan, in my opinion. I'm gonna be open-minded about it because I've already booked the ticket. I am going Japan, but I just don't think the game is in the right state at the minute. And there's a lot of changes to be done. I think it's in a wild place at the minute. It's like, if you're not, I don't know, Devil Jin, Dragunov, Ling, Lily, Feng, Jin, that's a Xiao Yu, Azucena, King. If you're not those characters, maybe I might have missed one. But if you're not those characters, or even Law, I think Law is up there as well. Oh, Yoshimitsu. If you're not these characters, yeah, you're not gonna have a good time. I could be proven wrong. This video is going up before Evo Japan. So if someone wins the tournament with like a character like Leroy or Asuka, then I've been proven wrong. But at this state, what we're seeing online everywhere globally is there is these characters that are just dominating in the game. It is very unbalanced at the minute. So again, obviously the honeymoon period is over for Tekken. You know, I was loving the game at the start for like the story mode, the replay feature, Tekken Ball, character episodes, you know, the characters that were in the game, the music, the arcade quest, and the fight lounge. But I have to be honest with myself when it comes to the balancing of the game, and the balancing in the game is what is pushing people away from the game. We're even talking about like casual players as well. So it's sad. I did say before the game was released, I did say that I don't think the game is going to be ready. just purely based on the character reveals, especially Dragonov's one. I even said in my reaction, you can even watch it, I said he's going to be busted. And he's definitely like top 2 characters in the game. So it's just from what I can see and, you know, just using my mind. I'm not really a person that follows all the other players. I will see and be like, oh, this character has all of these stuff. Like, he must be a busted character. You know, crouch throws being unbreakable. Like, what do you lot think about that? Do you think crouch throws should be unbreakable, or do you think that you should be able to break the crouch throws? There's like a lot of different things in the game that's kind of interesting and sparks my interest. But let me know what you lot think, because it is an interesting topic. Like, I think the game has some big issues, right? Some big issues. And for the people that were probably like, oh, but why do you still play it? I love Tekken. I'm a big Tekken fan. I've been a Tekken fan. It's almost like saying, you know, like, I'm a big wrestling fan. So I'll watch WWE even though, like, there's been times when, and periods and eras where it wasn't good. So it's like Tekken is the same thing. I've been a Tekken fan from, like, a young age. It's been, I think, maybe even 2 decades, 20 years I've been a Tekken fan. Probably even 30 years, because, I'd say 25 years is when I've been a Tekken fan, right? But it doesn't mean to say that I'm gonna like the way how Tekken 8 has started out. Tekken 7 wasn't really like this, but they also had the arcade era to kind of like iron out stuff. But the problem with this is, I'm gonna leave this one with you, is with the arcade era, people actually, you know, they paid their tokens to go and play, right? But being a fan of the game, I don't think we should be player testers and spend £70 to test the game and say, is this working, is this not? I don't think that's up to us. I think it's up to us to enjoy the game. So I'm kind of on the fence here with, like, you know, all of these balance patches. We've had a lot of balance patches at the start of Tekken 8. But, you know, I hope the game irons out in the next couple months. Like, I don't think it's going to iron out in the main patch, but I hope the next couple months that the game irons out and, you know, we have a balanced Tekken. But other than that, it's been King J. Hope you lot enjoy this. Again, appreciate everyone supporting the content. I haven't had the best time with Leroy at the minute, but, you know, we're getting there. Other than that, take it easy, and I hope you lot have a great day. Peace.